Hi there, signs of Cancer. This is Kim here to do a reading for you guys. This reading is going to be a next 48-hour reading. Let me put on my little fan because it's kind of hot. All right. Okay, so we're getting a reading for you all next 48 hours. You have to excuse the nails. I've got charcoal under them and art stuff. So they're not looking the best right now. It doesn't really matter though. I open up to my spirit team, my angels, my spirit guides, so that you can get messages for your highest good. So from my spirit team to your spirit team for the sign of Cancer. From my spirit team to your spirit team to YouTube algorithm. That's interesting how it's all connected. Okay, and this is vice versa tarot, just to go ahead and let you know what kind of tarot it is. It has a front and a back to each card, so in that sense we don't have to do reversals. But this is representing the Temperance in reverse, and this deck means little something different, as every deck does compared to different decks. So this one comes across a little bit more as like when you see red. So something that, I don't know, maybe makes you upset, or something that is not getting resolved, and it's like, oh, I don't think this can be resolved. Perhaps it's actually people not getting along around you, or I don't know, just a general not wanting to really cooperate or work together very well. So there's your issue. Here's This is the first time I've ever gotten the Justice card on Vice Versa Tarot. I didn't even know what it looked like. I was like, is that Hierophant? I've never gotten that card. That's crazy. Ooh. All right. So we have a few different messages then. Wow. You feel like some people have turned their back to you. Ooh. Everyone. But if this is you, Cancer, as the Emperor, then you didn't turn your back on yourself, and that's good. Oh my gosh. Wow. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this verse starts off with, oh goodness, and then the 5 of Pentacles. What is going on? Something that makes you upset or mad would be that you feel like so many people have turned their backs on you. Okay, in the past, I do have the energy of the 9 of Swords. If it were in reverse, that would be kind of what it is. But so for this card, we can see the person is looking out the window to the sunlight, to the light coming in. They're focused on solutions. It's almost like a statue in the corner. It goes from a statue to a shadow, almost like a shadow person. That's interesting in itself. That's interesting. So it's almost like trying to focus on a solution while keeping the shadow aspect like at bay, or, you know, away from you. Focusing on positive solutions. So this is the Queen of Swords, and it's in reverse. And it starts off our reading as being one of the first people that you feel like has maybe turned their back on you. It feels like, oh wow, Justice. Justice. Feeling like justice has turned its back on you, or you have Libra energy for both. no for all three of the issue. And then you've got coming from a point of authority, Emperor. Oh my lordy. Oh. Okay. So you feel like something has not been I feel like this is about how we're being treated. I think this is about how we're being treated. How fairly or unfairly we are being treated. It's not balanced when it's in the reverse. It's not balanced, and it feels it could feel like the sword. It could feel like it's still stuck. The scales have dropped. Something's not even. It's kind of a mess. There's unavoidable decisions that need to be made, and there's definitely opposing views, all of whom do not want this outcome to be peaceful. So they're doing so you're doing something in a completely different way, different manner. Cute baby. Baby's holding the key. And you have the Hierophant in reverse, and it looks like one of those Key of Solomon things. I don't know, it reminds me of it. I don't know if it is or not. It just reminds me of it on the back of the Hierophant's chair. So the Hierophant would have been in the environment, something would have been, which their Hierophant is so strange. Looks kind of like a robot, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, maybe this was like a predicting deck. Maybe it's predicting that religion is going in a direction that maybe AI is trying to push it in. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like a movie. It sounds like it could be a good movie. But there's a collapse of some kind of structure, order that you were used to. There's the statue representing fertility and abundance. You also have the apple. It always reminds me of the Six of Pentacles because I see those 3 seeds on each side. So I mean, maybe it is about not compromising in a bad way, but getting along together. It will be in a different way. But right now, I don't think you're too happy. I think you're seeing red, upset. No, this is not peaceful. You haven't made up your mind quite yet, feeling undecided, and it's a time of great injustice. Wow. I'm going to get the Kipper deck to clarify what's after this. It's your 10 of Cups. You know, I was thinking of that today, about how sometimes to experience whatever high we're wanting to experience in life, you would have had to have, for it to be that high, you would have had to have the equal low point. This feels like it's a low point. It feels like it's a low point. It feels like it's on your way to the 10 of Pentacles, sharing underneath a rainbow. Really nice partnership. Looks nice. Looks like love. Looks like everybody's happy, and the cups are all nice. But at the moment, what is going on? Tell me a little bit about past energy here from Cancer. Cancer, if you want a private reading, I can offer you that. Whoa. Wow. Imprisonment. And it looks just like it, doesn't it? So this is being, look, this is a dark place. This is like being in the darkness of our mind. I have an art piece. It's that's actually about what it feels like when you're imprisoned by your own thoughts, you know, where you're imprisoned by your own anxiety. And that's what this is feeling like. It's like what is there to do other than focusing on a situation? I feel like there's some kind of shadow, something that's trying to control a narrative here in the past. And wow, your reading, this is like a collective read, but it is Cancer. And no, I have not seen a reading like this ever. ever. Imprisonment also can feel like imprisonment due to you just being a good moral person, right? Moral person, wanting to do what you think is right, but then when things lead into really tight restrictions, then something's not fair. And in this, somebody else has the key, and the mouse is usually representing tending to the small details. It can be the mouse. Isn't it interesting? There's the key right here to a past issue. The baby holds the key to a past issue. That's interesting. And I really do think it's metaphorically for you. Kipper deck, tell me about this undecided. What is your true north? Like, you might be questioning that in a time of uncertainty and injustice. Ooh, it might have to be how you view. If yourself is the main female, you may feel imprisoned in a relationship or something that was set to be controlled or a certain way, but it's what the point is that it's usually not how you're wanting it to go. So you're trying to find a solution to your issue, or this is what the issue is about, perhaps. What's the decision about on the challenge? I don't know if the decision is the challenge or the peace. Keeping the peace. Okay, adjudication. And then I have the Lover's energy. Adjudication, and then I have Lovers. And so adjudication, right, is the act of judging. And there might be a situation where you feel like maybe you are the one calling the shots, bossing up, being the main person here, but seeing a situation as undecided because you're feeling like others are being the judge and jury here. Like, instead of you, I don't know, it might be that there's a consensus that has not been reached yet about how you feel about a situation. Either we're judging it or, I don't know. So why do we have Justice in the reverse? You could feel really judged. That's kind of what I'm getting. Child energy. Child energy. Tell me about this Hierophant in the reverse. Doing something in a different way. Oh, wow. Poverty. Wow. Poverty, impoverished. In the environment, having to work really hard. And then how you're feeling is the Four of Pentacles. This is an intense reading. The Four of Pentacles in the reverse. You're feeling like something's happening to your foundation. I don't know if what it is that what you thought was justice and fair. I don't know. There's something strange here. And then the Privileged Lady, it's like there is something that is that you're feeling not so structured. You're feeling like the foundation isn't as strong as what we thought it was, or something like that. So these energies are connecting, doing something a little bit different, privilege, but something that could make you see red. Is a situation in the environment that is keeping an energy in poverty or impoverished. This is not a privileged person. By the way, this right here might look like it is, but it's not. It is not. Do not mistake. There's heavy judgment here. There's something that's not that fair, and this is what it's appearing on the outside, but yet this is what the reality is this in poverty. Oh, God. what if, you know, I don't know if I can even get through this reading, honestly. I was truly just about a minute ago, I was like, let's end this crap. This is shit. It's horrible, and I just don't want to go on anymore with this reading. Something's not as sound as it seems, or something is not as built on a firm foundation. There's some corruptness, and there's something in the shadows stopping you from being able to do anything. Maybe it's some kind of corrupt, I don't know. So authority can represent the government, and it can represent, like, how something's being led, or what the strategy is. But it's like that person is the one that calls the shots. They hold a lot of power, and I mean, they usually do things that are really fair and just, right? It's Aries type energy. Yeah, their commitment is so that everything will run smoothly. This is like, maybe this marriage is with, like your commitments, you know, your partnership, business commitments, or romance, either or. Why do we have marriage up here with the Emperor? Maybe undecided. Maybe somebody's, maybe you've proposed to somebody and maybe they're like undecided. Or maybe you're undecided. The Lover's energy in the reverse kind of tells me you might be wrapping up with something with someone. There may have been a breakup. There may have been something that had to go through court, the proper channels, but in the meantime, okay, so I'm just gonna breathe. And then you have the Six of Wands is the future energy in the reverse. If you look at it, as this card right here, you can see that somebody has been through a battle. There's blood on other people that are on the ground. They're all lifting up, like there's cheering and support, but you can see the ruin and the destruction. That's some kind of war. The collateral damage, that's what I want to say, is all around you, and it's evident. So though there might be some victory of a battle fought and won, was it really worth it, is what the card is kind of showing. And do you really want that type of attention? Because it feels like here, no, you might be really tired. You might feel like you're still in battle or just got out of battle. You might be battling how to figure out how to get through this poverty energy in a non-traditional way, right? Unwanted attention on something. The Nine of Pentacles in the reverse has to do with your fear. I feel like your fear could be that somebody stays rather codependent or is not putting in enough effort for their pentacles, and so therefore the pentacles might be coming slower. Occupation. So this might directly be a attention you're getting for what you do or do for work or career. And it could be, like I said, is that, sure, it's good, but more effort. Okay, so more effort is good. There's also this question of, in the outcome, to me, this is like the Eight of Cups is with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody is waiting. Somebody is waiting. There might be an energy of trying to fix or restore what was kind of like messed up. You see the shooting star in the sky? So somebody is waiting, awaiting a return and waiting for someone to kind of like learn their lesson, so that And there might be this energy of, so if this is you as the kid, like, you could be like, oh man, I really do need to get away from here because these cups are all a mess. Like, if this is your inner child, but you just not. And if you would just turn around and walk the other way, look, you might have the shooting star. This wish granted. Giving yourself the cup. So what is the lesson that keeps getting repeated? I think that's the main question here. What is the lesson that keeps getting repeated, or why do we have this coming to a point? Okay, so resist. Your inner child is like, I would rather have stability here, okay, and safe haven, right? A safe haven. But this is a change card coming in. It's going to shake things up, and I think it's going to move some people. That's what I think. I think it's going to move some people. I will pull 21. Okay, this is the thoughts. This is about what are your thoughts on change or transformation. You may still really be in a place where, like, I don't know. And I would say the underlying energy is you're headed towards something that is it's emotional completion after some type of disappointment. You've got to give the cup to yourself, you know, all those things. But this change goes to this. It's after a lesson was learned and really absorbed. Right, absorbed. So tell me about this future energy. Well, yeah, everybody's going to have different decisions to make. Everybody's going to have different things that the justice in reverse represents. Like the heart being heavy or weighing. I don't know. Isn't there some kind of quote about the feather or something like that? Or the weight of the heart against the feather. Okay, so I have the devil, which can represent things in this realm that we get attached to, tied down to addiction, vices, things that really make us kind of not who we are. So that energy with the strength could have lost some confidence after, but I don't know. This energy has kind of been through it. Good Lord, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You have 6 of Wands in the reverse and the Emperor. Okay, so 2 Emperors. One person in the middle. What's that song? Stuck in the middle with you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it's like there's judgment because something obviously pointed you to the fact that something is not fair all the way. But there's a big need to just go forward, even if there are people that are not that don't have your back. Even when the world feels like everybody's turned their back to you. Even the little one, the Page of Pentacles. Oh, God. It's about you standing in your inner authority and having a really good strategy. Or I don't know what that strategy is, but you got to somehow, some way, get your confidence back. Put your 10 of Cups as your goal. Tell me a little bit about how we overcome poverty or feeling impoverished. So with research, and like it says, when you notice that, hey, my foundation's not so great right here, then you might be asking for some advice. You might be collecting the best of the best, you know, to consult with, to decide what the best move is next. And I feel like that works. Something works out. So there's some kind of collaborating so that the foundation is built on something that is way different than these energies. This energy is having extreme distrust in somebody. But this is like, okay, but we can break down. If the foundation's going to crumble, then we can build it. But this time, I'm literally saying, like, you're building something from scratch and it's built with honesty or built with you know what I mean? So this is built on some really high quality cement grade bricks too. Like, everything's high quality so that it's different than the rest. All right, my lordy. And then there's a good news card on the bottom. Something's going to be fun, playful. Leo, Aries, Sag. It's a good news card. I can't get any more for you. I don't know. Your reading just took all my energy. Just took all the energy out of me. Oh, I feel like a deflated float. Okay, so let's get the Oracle of Genetic Gifts. And let's see what the Oracle has to say for Cancer. And putting in more effort. You just want to see somebody put in more effort. Maybe you fear somebody not putting in the effort that's needed for a change. To patch something up. To fix or mend a relationship with your inner child. They're saying to find out. And also a mirror might be really cool or something like that to you. Because I have number 33. Wow, that's cool. And soul number, numerical symbol for what your heart desires. If you look up on Google, you can find out how to calculate your soul number. And it is like, yeah, you come here for different missions, but truly what's going to get your heart moving, or the purpose from your soul's point of view, is what your heart is going for. And that would be your soul number. Your numerology can definitely find that. And I feel like they're really wanting you to look at your numerology, because there you go. Then you have numerologists. You also have the first card that came out is angel numbers, right? Beautiful. Tarot deck creator, a visionary. Indigo child, alpha generation, born between 1958 and 1968. Okay, 33. I love this number, but it's been popping up a whole lot lately in all readings. All readings on this channel. Master number 33. What is it? 33 degrees of knowledge or something? Meaning, like, there's something here about, well, it says the master, the teacher, the ruling planet, Neptune, 33. I love that. I love that. All right, and then I have 12, ascension number 12. Guide humanity towards a multi-star system, and plus 12. Just, yeah. There's 12 archangels too, or maybe there's more than that. Okay, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Clear gustance, clear tasting. A chakra healer, clearing and balancing. Chakra healer, clearing and balancing. That might be fun to do for you and beneficial. You can look on YouTube, get in a nice quiet spot, and then tune into some really nice sounding Reikis, like the ASMR Reiki healing. It is wonderful. I recommend it. It is really good stuff for removing blocks. And there are some people, you'll just notice some people you feel a little bit different from their energy versus. So yeah, there's some people really that are great on YouTube for that. So that's what I've got, guys. I'm going to pull from the angel number messages just because I can't not with all these number references on your reading. Ooh. And then you got 1111. Like, that number is so associated with your soul purpose, being guided into what you're here to do. 1111, the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path to help you succeed and help you wake up to who you truly are. I am awakening. I am awakening. And that's what I've got for you, Cancers. Sending you love and light. If you need a private reading, please do not hesitate. Reach out to me in the description box below. It's my information. And until next time, please hit like, share, and subscribe. And love and light. Bye-bye.